And the beat goes on. And the beat goes on. Alright. Hey everybody. First and foremost, today is my 21st birthday. I am officially 21. I've been planning this for the last few days. I'm not gonna pretend like I had this crazy idea and here I am just filming this video. I thought what better way to start my 21st year than to make a video for my YouTube channel. I've been crazy busy with my life, and at college I am a college student. Things have been insane, but I am here. I'm back and I am here to stay. This video is called 21 Things I Have Learned in 21 years. These are all points that I've found to be true time and time again throughout my 21 years. Just different things that I've, picked up along the way. I hope that you can learn something from it, and I hope that you find it interesting. Let's jump right into it then. Number 1. You fail to plan, you plan to fail. First of all, look at your week, look at your time, look at when you have to go to class, look at when you work, and when you have things planned with friends. Prioritize it and schedule out your time. Number 2, the more things change, the more they stay the same. This is a really interesting quote. I know it's a really old quote, but the first time I ever heard it was in a Kenny Chesney song. And I was like, that's an interesting point right there. I've had the same best friend since I was about 2. I met her in dance class, and she also lived in my neighborhood. We've been friends 19 years now or something. She's moved states. I've gone to, different colleges and, gone through different stages in my life, different boyfriends, different this, different that. Through all these changes, we're still best friends. Number 3 is always treasure your family. I had to learn this the hard way this year. I lost my grandmother, and this was something that hit me really hard. It made me think about what's really important to me, and that it reminded me that life is short and you don't get a tomorrow promised to you to spend time with somebody. And I had written her a letter to tell her that I wanted to spend time with her. I wanted to fly up there, take her out shopping and go get her nails done, just hang out with her in her apartment and cook with her, and that I'd missed her. And I talked to her, I think, a little bit about how college was going and stuff. And anyways, I wrote the letter and I never sent it. It was a hard pill to swallow, and it still is in a lot of ways. Family, it's a crazy thing. You go through all sorts of things with these people. Sometimes you don't get along with them. Sometimes they make you want to rip your hair out. Sometimes you actually do rip your hair out, okay? At the end of the day, you're a family and you're there for each other. And you're there through the good times and through the bad. And as I've gone more through life, you realize that you don't really have that with anybody else except your family. That's my point. And it's important that you spend time with them. Every memory with them, every time with them is special, and it's important. Treasure your family. Trust me. Number 4, people don't change. If somebody's treating you poorly, don't just expect them to change because now it's March instead of December. It's important to accept people for who they are, and sometimes part of accepting somebody for the way that they are is realizing that they're not really somebody you want in your life, Number 5, don't chase people. Never waste time trying to convince somebody of your worth. For a long time though, I was afraid of losing people, whether it was friends or family members or whatever. I was afraid of them leaving me and being alone. It's important to get to a place where you're okay with yourself, and you know that I'm a good person and I do the best that I can do, and I can look myself in the mirror and say I'm proud to be who I am. If somebody else can't see that, don't waste your time trying to prove it to them. They're never gonna change. They're never gonna be able to see it. Truly stupid people don't know they're stupid. That's not on the list, but that kind of ties into this. If somebody can't recognize your greatness, then you don't want them around you. You just don't. Number 6, take the time to compliment someone. If you think it, tell them. You never know how much they needed that. You never know what somebody's going through. You never know what they're facing. You never know how much your words could touch somebody's heart. Number 7, focusing on others instead of focusing on yourself will give you the same product as driving with your eyes closed. Yes, this is one of the lessons that I've learned over the course of my life, but It's really like been beaten into my mind lately. Look at the people who you admire most, like people that are successful. They've invested the time into themselves, whether it's, you know, taking that dance class, taking that karate class, taking, you know, getting a business degree, running for public office. All of those things, like, they require them taking time into themselves. You know, with social media, you start comparing yourself, and it's so easy to do that, but it's important not to do. Instead of waking up in the morning and scrolling through the internet and saying, why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing that? All these other people are. The list goes on and on. Like, we all use social media, we all know. It's important to just step back from that and say, what do I want to do by the end of the week? What do I want to have by the end of this year? Focus in on those things. It'll take you a lot farther. Number 8, sometimes burning the bridge is not the way to go, but sometimes it is. I don't like drama, and I don't like conflict. In my life, I've tended to just, if somebody hurts me or I foresee something bad happening, I just kind of say something mean and tell them how I feel, but not in a nice way. Just tell them, basically burn the bridge. Do that and then walk away from the relationship. Be like, Sometimes that is not a good idea, because pretty much everybody that you encounter in life is going to hurt you. But that doesn't mean that you should walk away from people or block people out. You won't develop the relationships and the memories, and you'll miss out on a lot. And this kind of goes with my next point. It's number 9. Some people are worth the second chance. They can't have the chance to make it right if you don't let them know what they did wrong. Someone who makes an effort to change and right a wrong is someone who you should keep around. This one particular instance, I said to somebody, this was a long time ago, I told this person that they're being very critical of me. Their criticism, it was constant, and it was kind of a lot, and I was just like, look, like, I get that you have your opinions, but I think that if you find so many things with me to be wrong, then you should go be friends with someone else. Because there's like 7 billion other people on the planet. If you find me to be not satisfactory, go be friends with someone else. Like, I'm me, and if everything in the world is wrong with me, then don't waste your time being around me. I expected that to be the end of the friendship, and this person ended up saying, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was being that way. Me and this person ended up working things out, and we've been like super close friends ever since, and we've had so many fun times and memories and talks, and this is somebody that I really connect with. I think people that you connect with are really rare. But if I would have never opened up, and I would have never taken that chance, and I would have instead burned the bridge and ran away, I never would have experienced these memories and these times with this person. So, and the second part of that point is that if you tell somebody that they did something, if that person says, you know what, I'm really sorry, and you see them making steps to not be that way anymore, that's somebody who you need to keep around. Because people really don't change. But when somebody, unless they want to, if somebody's making an effort to be different because they care about you, that's a diamond. That's a gold one right there, and they don't come around very often. Number 10, no, I feel like I shouldn't say it, because you're gonna think it like it the clown. Okay, number 10, it won't change until you are totally, completely done with it and at your wit's end. Whatever it is. Sometimes this is what it takes for you to take the action needed. If you've ever heard the quote, things have to get worse before they get better, this is true in this point. Sometimes something is really frustrating, whether it's a relationship, whether it's bad grades, whether it's just feeling down. Whatever it is, you're kind of bothered by it and you're annoyed by it and you definitely want it to go away. And sometimes you may even be trying to make it better, or you may not know what to do. Sometimes what you need to do to make it better, you won't actually do it until things get so bad it makes you have a come to Jesus moment. My first year in college, it was in the spring, and I just remember I got so overwhelmed with classes. I met with a staff member at my college, and I was like, yeah, I need you to help me. Like, I've got these classes and I want to do well, but I don't even know how to do well, and you know, what do I do? And this was actually when I learned all about planning and how to use my planner properly and how to plan time. Had I not gotten so many bad grades and gotten so overwhelmed and so irritated, I wouldn't have access that resource and learned this valuable skill that's given me a lot of academic success even past this point in time. So yeah, sometimes things have to get worse before they get better. Number 11 says, you work on God's clock, not your own. You may want certain things, whatever it may be. If you're not meant to have it at that point in time by God's clock, you're not gonna get it. Just always hold in your heart and in your mind that God has a plan, and even if things are just spiraling down, like there's a reason why it's happening. Take those bad events that you're given as opportunities to learn and to grow, become better and smarter. Number 12, people who cannot be happy for themselves cannot be happy for you. First of all, think about the most successful person you can imagine, but think about the way that they talk to other people. And by successful, I don't mean having a lot of money. I mean successful meaning I'm satisfied with my life, I set goals and I accomplish them. You know, go and talk about stuff like that to somebody who was really depressed and down with themselves, not satisfied. Of course they're gonna put you down. Of course they're gonna try and make you feel bad, because the fact of the matter is they feel bad about themselves. Number 13, words are a reflection of what someone else feels inside. I thought that I re-recorded all of the numbers that I missed when I initially recorded, but I did not. So I did leave out a few. There are more after this, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the few that I missed via voiceover. Number 14 says, actions speak louder than words. 15, take time for yourself. 16, self-sufficiency and self-care are a lot of steps. 17, anything worth having will not come easy. 18, pain is temporary. No matter what it is, it can't reign forever. Number 19, yes, you will survive your first heartbreak. And no, it will not hurt forever. What was his name again? No, that's a joke. I really do remember his name. I'm not going to say it. And this is especially for all my young viewers out there. Hey, it will suck and it will hurt a lot. When I got my heart broken for the first time, I was 14. I was 14 and I remember I thought that the world was gonna stop spinning and that my heart was gonna stop, that there was no hope, that the sunlight even felt cold against my skin. It was bad. That's what happens when you think you're in love the first time. You're not in love, and you don't love that person. You think you do. And you might be mad at me for saying that, but you don't love them, and you'll realize that. You will get over it and you will get through it, and even if it takes a long time, it will be better. Number 20, celebrate. Don't forget to make time for the fun things. It's really easy to get caught up in the shuffle of life. You know how busy things can get with school and with work and with, you know, family. I can be a bit of a workaholic, and I can get so work, school. And like not make time for the fun things. Go grab a coffee before work with your coworker. Go to the beach and watch the sunset for an hour, you know, with your roommate or your sister or your friend or your brother. It's important to, you know, throw the little fun things in there. So otherwise things can really bog you down, and before you know it, somebody's like, what do you like to do for fun? And you're just like, I know it gets rough, but if you can remember that, you'll be a lot happier. Number 21, a romantic relationship should never take over your whole life. I learned this the hard way. When you're in a relationship with somebody, it's easy to just focus on them. If that's the only thing that you're thinking about, and the only thing you're doing besides going to work, you're not investing that time into yourself anymore. You're not spending time with your friends. You end up losing yourself in the relationship. I didn't really lose myself. Like I know who I am. I know who I am. You're at a standstill. You're stuck. You're not moving ahead like you should be, because you're not focused on yourself, and you should always focus on yourself. Not to where you're conceited or where you're like all about you and not about anybody else and can't see past your own nose. It's been 3 years and I have not posted a video to YouTube, and this is something that I care about and I really like, and it's really important to me. But what have I been doing? Putting all of my time and all of my energy into that relationship, and also that's not healthy for your relationship, because you can't really be in something with somebody else if you're not a whole person yourself. You can't really give of yourself to someone else if you don't really have anything to give. If the only thing that you really do is spend time with them, you don't have experience of your own to talk about over dinner, because everything that you do, they know about because they were there. Maintaining a good, healthy, successful relationship, I think that both people are whole people and they continue to invest into themselves. They continue to move forward and you support each other, and it keeps you interested in each other too. Now, if you're young and you're just starting dating, that's great, that's exciting, it's fun. I hope you have fun. But don't forget about your friends and continue to make new friends. I don't mean one date 5 boys at the same time. That's not what I'm saying. Don't just be all about that relationship, because it'll end up putting a strain in the relationship and it won't be a healthy or successful one. All right, I think I have, that was deep, but that's what I was going for. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, share it if you found it helpful. I hope that you got to learn a little bit more about me. I hope that it wasn't too confusing. Follow me on all my social medias. I'm excited to start my 21st year with another video on YouTube, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of you all soon. And I'll catch you later. Bye.